Hello and welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I'm Elvis, your host, and I'm here to let you know that this is a not safe for work podcast. Yeah! We are teachers at the end of the week and really the end of our rope, and we'd like to be able to talk honestly and openly about education without having to worry about losing our jobs. So we'll be using pseudonyms throughout the podcast, hence the Elvis. I'd like to start by thanking all of our Patreon patrons out there. That's right, we have a Patreon! And for as little as $5 a month, you can get access to all kinds of exclusive content, special episodes, interviews. There's all kinds of stuff on there. I just uploaded 2 things today. I think it ended up being about another 40 minutes worth of content. It's great stuff. There was some stuff with sparkles. I think you should check it out. But one of the biggest perks is you get your name read. So here's our current list of patrons. A big thank you to Musical Bella VG, Terry J, Justin M, Tracy B, Miss Wonderstats, Quentin P, Echobex, Mistress Mischief, Natasha S, Miss Anthropy, Princess Buttercup, Dragon Lady, Kel C, Helena C, Aaron B, Stephanie S, Maggie M, Texas Teacher Kristen, Miss Sunshine, James Nally J, Jody D, Samantha D, Lisa C, Rachel, Jeannie, Exhausted Band Director, Kimberly K, Jessica A, Swift Lab Owners, Amanda F, Ariana L, Physics Runner, Steph, Michael M, William P, Aldrich D, La Scorpionita, Britt M, Teresa H, Biker Teach, Marcia M, Christina B, Kristen B, Jason F, Abby B, Sarah B, Regina N, Josie S, Sam B, Mary E, Jamie P, Kristen W, Vanessa J, Mary C, RJR, Kristen C, Johanna H, Space Parties, Irma A, Nimi, and Sarah N. Big thank you to all of our Patreon patrons. Last up, I'd like to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors and the great people over at Lud Lamb Dramatics. If you are a theater teacher or no one in your building, send them or you go to ludlamdramatics.com right now. They are a company that is a niche market, and they specifically make educational classroom posters. That's right, concepts for theater on your walls. You need to get them. You can teach your kids how to put on stage makeup. Woo, Lin-Manuel Miranda is. I just can't believe I messed up that name. What kind of theater major was I? Not a very good one. But I'm a good teacher. Anyway, that's all I got. My brain's dead. I am so tired. I'm really excited. I got Miss Sparkles to join us for the podcast today, and I haven't talked to her in a while, so it was fun having her levels of sass back. There's a lot of extra content on the Patreon with Miss Sparkles, so I think you guys will like that. All right, my friends, enjoy this episode number 163!
Balls.
Oh, I felt like that had a seasonal holiday tune to it. I really like that. Well done.
Balls.
Oh yes, welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and today I am joined by Mama Chicken.
Who are you calling a chicken?
Is you. And then I'm also talking to the angel on my shoulder, Miss Bunny O'Hare.
Hey, Elvis. Hey, folks.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. And last but not least, we haven't heard from her in a long time. It's Miss Sparkles.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, yay. Sparkle up, bitches. I am so happy you guys are here. I just got back from Thanksgiving. I had my first day back from Thanksgiving today, and it actually wasn't bad. I made a point of scheduling my Thanksgiving and holiday and my kind of month of madness to end with like 2 or 3 days at home with nothing going on and no plans, so I could just kind of land softly, because I had 2 back-to-back conventions, one in San Antonio and then one in Dallas, and that was exhausting. And then immediately after I landed, I took all my kids and we flew to California, and we got to hang with Space Panties and her family, and we got to hang out together, and it was beautiful and amazing, and I'm so mushy about it. And then I was like, oh shit, I have to come back to the real world. And I came back and I had all this convention stuff to put away, and all this. I was like, I've got 3 days. I can just breathe and do this through my time. I actually kind of had a half-assed plan for teaching today. I mean, that's how much time I gave myself. Half-assed plan. And so today was actually a pretty good day. It's landed. There's been a few challenges, but you know what? Coming back, I'll take it. I'm going to run with it. But I'm curious about you guys. Sparkles, you didn't get a day back today. What's going on with you?
So, the city's on fire. No, I'm just kidding. We have a water boil notice in my town, which If you've been watching the news, you'll now know where I live, which is not a big deal. It's a big city. But we could not have school today because we have so many students that it's just not feasible to get clean water to everybody. Actually, the superintendent, yesterday's email came late because the city didn't announce the boil notice until late at night.
Oh,
And so
wow.
it was, I think, like 9 o'clock when the city was like, hey, by the way, boil your water.
Now.
And so the superintendent sent email like shortly after that was like, hey, no school tomorrow. And today's email was much more detailed of like, we can't have school because we need clean water for food and drinking. And there's just no, with a district of this size, it's just not possible to give almost 200,000 kids.
Yeah, there's no
Plus,
feasible way to do that. I mean,
no,
just think about trying to
it's
wash your hands after going to the bathroom.
yeah, it would be ridiculous. So luckily, Mr. Sparkles and I still have our hurricane water stash, which is great.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we've got plenty of water for us and for the dogs. But yeah, today I got to relax. Tomorrow I have to work remote because I guess I have to be productive or whatever.
Like, are you guys teaching virtual tomorrow?
No, God,
Oh,
no.
okay. I was like, holy shit, you're not going back to that, are you?
No,
Jeez.
no. Teachers are expected to work on lesson plans. But because I am not a teacher anymore, I actually can work. So I will actually be working from my house, which
Uh,
is what I want to do in the future anyway. So it's good practice.
that's good. I'm glad. I can't tell you, guys, how hard my ass clenched right then.
Yeah.
The thought of having to go back virtual and doing that again. That was a trauma response. I did not think I would respond. I was like, holy shit, you're having to do that. And I just felt like my cheeks go
PTSD.
creak. And oh my God, I couldn't do it. I think I would nope out. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go work at Target for a while. I'm going to go, I'll just go do something else. I'll start bartending. Yeah.
Right. It was such a nightmare. God, I can't believe we lived. Like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I can't believe we lived through all that shit, guys. Like what was that shit?
Yeah. Oh man, Bunny, is there any chance in hell you would offer to dual teach or teach virtually or anything again?
That's a hard no from me. Just,
Would that be your exit? Would you be like, you know what? Have fun. Good luck with that.
like if they switched now or something, like if they said, okay, starting when we come back from Christmas, like if COVID just exploded again or something, I don't know. Like it might. It would. I will say that my classes are, in general, more manageable, more cooperative this year. Like I've got a decent group, but dear God. Yeah, trauma response, exactly what you said. It was like, oh no.
Yeah, I felt that really, really deeply, that rejection. I'm so happy Sparkles doesn't have to do that. Holy crap.
No, God, what a nightmare.
Yeah, Mama Chicken, what about you? Would you ever go back to that?
Oh, hell no. No. I would find something better to do, like work at Publix or something. I don't know.
Ah,
Oh
Because
yeah. No,
I hear they pay well, but
there's no shame in other jobs at all. Anything. No. Man,
no,
you don't want to
not
put
just
yourself through that again. I think,
PTSD. I can't.
yeah, there would be a mass exodus of teachers. I think they realize that in a lot of places. I think that's part of that we'll never lock down again view of Texas or whatever. But there's also kind of like, yeah, as a teacher, at least we're not going to go through that again. But yeah, it's because they don't care, not because they care about our trauma. Anyway, I don't want to get all dark and salty about that. Hey, Bunny, how have you been the last 2 weeks? What a segue.
I've been all right. My Thanksgiving break was not terribly restful or relaxing, but I got a shit ton done. I was like, my house is no longer a FEMA hazmat zone, and I conquered Mount Laundry. I think we were talking about that before.
Oh yeah, Laundry Mountain.
Before recording started.
You gotta
Laundry
face
Mountain.
Laundry Mountain sometimes.
Yes. So if I play my cards right, I should be able to make it to Christmas break without having to climb Laundry Mountain again.
Oh,
It's our washer is out right now, so I'm schlepping to the laundromat. Anyway, Thanksgiving was nice. Got to see some family we hadn't seen since before COVID, and having the foo-foo. And our first day back was today with children's, and they were like wound up, rowdy, like to see each other, but mostly they were fine.
I'm glad that they were fine. I feel that the kids behaved fine today. I think more I was surprised because I forgot some of the asshole tendencies because I've been gone for 2 weeks. and that was just enough to kind of like, I forgot you did that. Oh, that kind of annoys me.
I will say at the risk of letting my bad teacher side show a little bit, there was a kid that I had heard a rumor that his family was moving over the break. And they did not move over the break.
Oh. Yeah, there were times when I was teaching public school where a kid would be like, hey, we're moving this weekend. You're never going to see me again. And I'd be like, okay, fine, bet, let's go. And then, they'd be there on Monday. They'd be all quiet. I'm like, what's happened? No, mom was able to pay rent or whatever it was. I'm like, oh, well, that's good, I think.
The kids are like, well, I don't care because I'm moving anyway. And I'm like, my inner monologue is like, don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, please do it. Take the trouble with you. Woo. Mama, how have you been? What have things been for you since the Thanksgiving? Man, those words did not come out of my mouth right. But you know what I was trying to say there.
I feel you. It's been good. It's for a restful week. It was pretty busy. In a good way. We went hiking and we had Thanksgiving dinner. We went to a buffet at a local conference center on a lake, and it was beautiful and delicious, and I did not have to do dishes. And I didn't go back to school today either, which was great. And that's only because I was getting my permanent crown put on. A live tooth, not a root canal tooth. And I 10 out of 10 would not recommend that.
Boo.
It was very painful.
No.
Yeah, but I got the rest of the day to errands, and it just so happened it was the day after break. I mean, I couldn't help it. So it was kind of nice.
It's the only time we had in the schedule,
Right? It's true. And then tomorrow is my little chickadee's birthday, and so I'm going to pick her up at lunchtime, and we're going to do lunch and get her hair dyed, and yeah.
That's really awesome. That's fun.
This one is from the Reddits, from user KC2953, entitled Parents. Background: this is my first year as athletics director. The previous AD left me with nothing. I have been trying to figure out as much as I can. This is my 10-year teaching history. I marked this as humor because all you can do is smile and shake your head. Anyways, during our first high school volleyball game, a parent/former school board member comes up to me and says, "Why isn't my daughter's state banner up in the gym?" I replied, "Which daughter and when?" I was completely caught off guard, not really sure of what she was asking. The parent continues with, "When I come into this gym, I want to see my daughter's name. Why isn't her banner up there? She should have a banner. I'll pay for it if that's the case. How much does it cost?" She then looks at the parents behind me as she confronted me as I was sitting in the bleachers. "If you want a banner, wouldn't you want to be able to see it?" I replied, I have no idea. This is my first year. I didn't know we were missing banners." She comes back with, "It's your job, though, to know." Then luckily, a bystander speaks up and asks the parent when her daughter graduated, and she says, 2014. The bystander points up and says she is on the 2013 banner because it was the 2013 season. The parent says, "Well, you should have just told me to shut up."
Oh.
I shook my head and got up from the bleachers and walked to the other side of the gym.
No. No, 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 no. I cannot tolerate that kind of idiocy. And when it comes down to, well, you should have just told me I was wrong. What? I tried. You're an idiot.
And what good would that have done me? What good would that have done me?
And you, ma'am, should have just not been an asshole.
And I've learned that when people say, you can argue with me or you can say this to me, they really don't mean that.
I usually mean it. I don't take it well, but I mean it. Like, I'll respect it. Space Panties has done it. Ooh, boy. But
yes, but I'm talking about like
Sparkles?
when a boss or a parent or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, definitely. Like when a boss comes to you and says, I want you to be able to come to me with your concerns and problems.
Nope.
That's a big
absolutely
hard
not.
pass.
I definitely won't.
That's a big red flag, because the fact that people aren't already coming to you means that they don't trust you.
It's like someone like insisting they have a good sense of humor. Like if you have to insist that, then I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I especially would not do that with parents, because even if you're able to prove they're wrong, what's going to happen? They're just going to go to your principal and be like, okay, well, I was talking to this teacher and it turns out I was totally wrong, but they were so rude to me about it. Blah, blah, blah. Like that, like, no. I will not be telling you you're wrong. I won't. I won't do that. Thank you, though. Thank you for the offer.
I had a wonderful AP, and when parents would come in bitching about a teacher who, he knew the parent was just being an ass about, he would very politely listen to them and say, "Oh, that's very concerning." He said, "I'm going to talk to them about that." But then he'd shut it down with that, and then he'd come in. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm coming to talk to you about this idiot woman who came in yelling because she didn't think what you said was funny." I was like, "But it was hilarious." Anyway, but that was it. He'd come talk to you, and that was it. But his talking to you was usually him talking about how stupid the parent was the whole time. And it was a beautiful thing. It was the best way to handle the transition.
Yeah. I mean, I get why that parent might have been confused, because like a lot of people don't always remember, like, oh right, volleyball is a fall sport. So the year my child graduated is not the actual year of that season. But you don't have to be a dick about it. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. And honestly, if it's 2023 and the banner was from 2013 and you're now worried about it, maybe you should have looked for your daughter's name sometime in the last 10 years. Just maybe.
Just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you should find a hobby. That's also an option available to you. Like, go do something else with your time.
Yeah.
Go play in traffic.
Teachers. Like, Jesus. Go play in traffic.
Organize your socks.
Maybe learn how to karaoke.
Underwater basket weaving.
Yeah.
Spend more time on oral hygiene. Flossing, brushing, tongue scraping, all of it. I mean, maybe throw some mouthwash in there. Just quit fucking wasting my time.
Get a crown.
Here's one. Get a crown. Maybe climb Mount Everest could be a good option for you.
Or, in Bunny's words, go step on a Lego. I mean...
Yeah, oof. Oh, ouch.
Bunny, are you there?
Pain of stepping on a Lego is so visceral. Like, that hurts, bitch. No.
That particular curse / burn is usually reserved for politicians and occasionally admins.
I don't have to deal with parents anymore, and it has really reduced my stress level. Like, for real. People are not kidding when they say they get out of this job because of the parents, because damn.
100%.
My stress level is severely reduced. And it's shit like that. It's dumb shit that doesn't matter. Like, why does that matter? It doesn't. Like, yes, it's nice to have the recognition, but 10 years ago, your kid's in her 20s.
I had
what if she's married or having children? Like, what are you doing?
I had a parent once who would email me the second I put in grades for this child. the second. Like I bloop, submitted grades and there goes my email. Every time.
The notification set
What
for
do they
you.
want to know? Like what? Like why?
Well, why is this a C? What could so and
Why
so
didn't
have
you
done
do-
better? Why did so and so do like blah?
It's a C because that's what they earned. The end.
Exactly. Because fuck you, that's why. At what point are you going to start phoning it in? At what point is it, hey, we're watching a movie for the rest of the week? Or, hey, we're doing this movie project for the next 2 weeks? I mean, at what point do you unplug and like downshift into an easier gear? How long are you guys going to go? Are you already
Is
doing
this a
it?
call to action?
I'm just curious.
Everyone's
It's not a
showing
call to
everyone
action.
show a movie.
I'm just curious. Like, it's these 3 weeks. It's stressful as hell. At what point you're like, okay, I'm going to make some solid lesson plans. I'm going to achieve this. I want to hit this benchmark. And maybe Wednesday next week, I think I'm going to just, we're going to read these articles or we're going to start an art project or,
Well,
do something a little hands-on.
we're gonna read aloud the A Christmas Carol play for next
Wait,
2
did
weeks.
you guys do The Outsiders already?
Yeah, well, we're watching the movie Friday. See, this is the easiest week ever. Friday's our field trip to go watch the movie, and then we're going to do the Christmas Carol and then watch the Jim Carrey version. So, yeah, I feel you.
There's a Jim Carrey version of Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Polar Express, but isn't it? Isn't that one?
I don't know.
Different?
It's what my colleague said. No, I mean, it's a Christmas Carol, but I forget the name of it.
Yeah, but I think it's done
Maybe.
that weird like CGI style, like that Polar Express Tom Hanks thing.
Maybe
Jim Carrey doing all the
maybe you should watch Muppet Christmas Carol.
Word.
See, my
Bunny and I
colleague was
support
like,
this
I
1000%.
hate that one. I don't.
Whoa,
I
your
like
colleague
it.
doesn't have a soul. Weird.
No, I know, but I really like her. I love the Muppets, so I feel you, but I don't know. That's what
It's a requirement to be a host on the show. You have to like the Muppets. I mean, otherwise I'd just doubt your character, and I wouldn't have you on here.
Otherwise, you're kicked off the show.
You're off the show then if you just don't like the Muppets.
You've been fired. Sorry.
Yeah.
I grew up on the Muppets, y'all.
Oh, that was my favorite. I would get it off the channel coming out of Seattle because I lived in Alaska. And so it was whatever, like WGN. Oh, no, that's Chicago. Anyway, it was some channel and it would come on late at night, like 1 o'clock or 2 in the morning. And so I would set my VCR. And if I had like these VHS tapes of all these Muppet episodes, and they made me so happy.
I liked the Muppets, but you know what I did not like was Muppet Babies.
No, I like them too. Until they got to some of the weird stuff, I liked almost all Muppets. I was
Muppet Babies was like after my time. Like I was like old school Muppets and Fraggle Rock.
Oh yeah, no,
Fraggle Rock, yes.
Fraggle Rock is the shit.
Did you see that they're like reviving it, and they were like featuring it really heavily, the Fraggle Rock revival at the Macy's parade last week.
They were pushing an episode. Oh, when Space Panties and I had our first date, we went to a exhibit that had Fraggle Rock characters. It was sweet. She just put it in there. No, Fraggle Rock's the shit. But I haven't watched the new ones yet. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, guys, guess what?
What's up?
What?
We have a Patreon.
No, you're kidding.
Oh my God, I've been gone so long, I didn't remember.
That's right. We have a Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to all kinds of extra bonus episodes that we have locked away in a vault. There's lost episodes and episodes we record just for them. There's movie reviews. There's all kinds of interviews. We're about to start doing new interviews with some of our patrons and putting them on there. We have so much coming. It's going to be amazing. And you should just, go to Patreon, sign up, and do it! Do it now!
Do it.
You know you want to.
So, ladies, Mama Chicken, Sparkles, and Bunny O'Hare, would you rather bathe every morning with a fire hose, or have chopsticks for all your fingers?
Mm.
This matches my mood. I'm just going to volunteer. I think I'm going to go, oh crap. I think I'm going to do fire hose. And here's why. Because number one, I'd like to think I'd kind of get used to it. If it's every morning, it's going to wake me up. And I'd start taking shorter showers, I'm sure. Washing my genitals would probably be a very delicate business. But you know what? With that much water, I'm sure it's going to get everywhere. So, yeah, I'll take that over losing, like, the dexterity of fingers. But, that's just me. Mama Chicken, Sparkles, Bunny, what are you guys going with?
Ooh, I think I found the bunny loophole.
All right.
Sorry, Bunny, but I think I found your loophole.
Okay.
What if it doesn't say the fire hose had to be pointed at you, correct?
That's where I was going with it.
So what if you just pointed it at the sky or the ceiling and it just kind of rained down pleasantly upon you? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm going fire hose.
Yeah, same. That's actually, Mama, that's exactly where I was going with that. Like, point it at the shower wall or something, and then you just get like a nice mist, when it bounces back at you.
Yeah.
I just accident waiting to happen having chopsticks for fingers.
I don't know. Have you guys seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? There's a hot dog dimension where they have hot dog fingers.
Yes.
It's good. Everyone should see that movie. It's worth it. It's so good.
Didn't I tell you to see that movie?
Probably.
Yeah.
I bet you did. I watched it at some point. I loved it. First I was like this, but then I was like this, and then I was like, oh, it was great.
Yeah, that movie was
Sparkles.
excellent.
Are you going to take this fire hose thing, or are you going to have chopsticks for fingers? I feel like Mama Chicken and Bunny, neutered this. Well, of course.
You're welcome.
I'll take a gentle, relaxing spritz over
even
chopsticks for fingers.
Even if it's pointed directly at me, I'm taking the fire hose.
Yeah.
How do you drive with chopsticks for fingers?
That's true.
There's a lot of things you can't do with chopsticks.
There are so many things.
Oh, yeah.
How do you pick your nose?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Nose picking. And on that note, let's wrap this up. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink. I'd like to thank all of my hosts who are with me today. Mama Chicken, thank you so much for being here tonight.
As always, it was fun.
You are amazing. And also, Miss Bunny O'Hare, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me back.
And last but not least, Miss Sparkles.
It's good to talk to everybody. Bye, y'all.
I'm glad to have you guys all here. This has been lots of fun. All right, everyone out there, take care of yourselves. Make a good exit strategy for this winter break. And deep breaths, deep drinks. Cheers! Woohoo! Yay!
Cheers, everyone!
Hooray! Well, thank you guys so much for being here. That was so much fun. All right, folks, thanks for listening to another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. I give a special thank you to my hosts who joined me today. I really appreciate all of them for being here. I'd also like to thank all of our Patreon patrons, as well as the fine folks at Love Lamb Dramatics. If you have something you'd like to share with us here at Teacher Needs a Drink, hit us up to the contact page of our website, teacherneedsadrinkpodcast.com, where you can either write it out or you can send us a voicemail that we might play on the podcast. All right, my friends, everyone out there, take care of yourselves. I love you all. Cheers!